Today we're going to discuss the number one mistake that we see injured lifters make when it comes to shoulder injuries and shoulder rehab. And that mistake is solely focusing on direct low-load rotator cuff exercises for the rehab of their shoulder injury. What we mean when we're talking about these types of exercises are things like resisted rotational drills, bottoms-up kettlebell drills, and any other form of instability or unstable surface training that is targeted at the shoulder and at the rotator cuff in particular. Now, don't get us wrong, these types of drills absolutely do improve the strength, endurance, power, stability, and all these other things of the rotator cuff. However, if they're your only source of shoulder rehab, then you're leaving a lot of improvements on the table, and you're potentially setting yourself up for a flare-up of your injury when you try to get back to actual training. And the reason why this is the case is because those drills can only do so much to improve the overall load tolerance of your shoulder and its ability to handle heavier weights like you want to get back to when you're going to go back to benching, overhead pressing, cleans, snatches, all the other exercises that you're actually having trouble with and want to get back to doing. The best way to fully recover from a shoulder injury is to include some of those low load direct rotator cuff drills in the very beginning of rehab when your shoulder is a lot more irritable, a little bit more painful, and it can't actually handle some of the higher level exercises that you want to get back to doing. Once you're out of this very acute stage, then it's actually very important to start making attempts to progress back to the movements that you want to be doing for your actual training, whether it's benching, overhead pressing, or higher speed, higher velocity Olympic lifts. The way that you do this is by choosing variations of those goal exercises and starting to use them in your actual program or in your training itself. Things that you can modify to get that entry point to these exercises are things like volume, intensity, tempo, range of motion, implement, and body and arm position. Once you find a way to change those variables and start to introduce those movements back into your program, you want to progress those variations over time so you're matching the demands that you're placing on your shoulder with what it's currently capable of handling. If you can do this and make the majority of your shoulder rehab more applicable to actually what you want to be doing in the gym, then you're going to set yourself up for success and have much better outcomes and most likely get back to the gym a lot quicker than you otherwise thought would be possible. If you're dealing with a shoulder injury that you're having a hard time rehabbing by yourself and you want help from experts who do this every single day, then click the link below to schedule a completely free phone consult with me or one of my other team members. On this phone consult, we'll do a deep dive into your injury history, training history, goals, and we'll figure out if we are the right people to help you solve this injury and get back to training.